This isn't going to be your average Halo Infinite review. Um, Actually, I'm enjoying the game a lot. Disclaimer, if I sound really weird, I got into an accident at work, messed up my face. It's all fine now, but a bit of hole in my tongue, so I talk weird. And that's also why I haven't been able to get this video out as soon as I wanted it to. So this is kind of a late review, but the Fracture Tenrai, I believe that's how you say it, event has just ended and Fiesta mode is gone. People are getting mad about that, but um, I think that's fine, in my opinion, only because it's a limited time mode, and I realize Halo doesn't really do that, and Halo has always had like Fiesta. Um, and while we're on the subject of game modes, um, not being able to pick if you want to play just Slayer or just Oddball or just Capture the Flag, that is pretty frustrating. But I think they're gonna be making up for that in all honesty because I don't think people are realizing this is a beta and that the game isn't fully out yet. And so maybe 343 will be releasing all this other stuff when the game comes out. See, you have to think. Sure, they were preparing to launch the multiplayer on the 15th, the 20th anniversary, but they it's a beta. They're testing things out. I know microtransactions are a huge problem, and they've heard all the feedback. They've been changing the XP progression system in the battle pass. They've been changing a lot of things that the community has been saying. So them being so like listening and hearing what everybody has to say, that's a very good thing because the transparency. Um, and eventually, I believe the microtransactions will be fixed. I personally spent like $60 on the battle pass, maybe a little bit more. Anyways, not gonna talk about that. But the customization. The customization was I'm not gonna say it's bland because it's really not. But the colors are okay. Like I get it. They look cool, some of them, but I'm not gonna want to rock the Pepsi Man or that's the HCS skin, the Pepsi Man. But I don't know. I feel like if they went back to how Reach was, where you kind of did a couple, two colors, and that was kind of your own color scheme, that'd be really cool. But I don't know. We'll have to see once the full game releases with the campaign, just to just see how everything goes with that. Honestly, because the microtransactions are really out of hand, but they're fixing the XP progression, which is really, really good. And they're being very transparent, which is even better. So hopefully they fix a lot of those things with microtransactions and such. So now into the gunplay, or gunplay, gameplay, however you want to say it. The guns, wow. Wow. All the guns are viable in any situation. Um, I can use the battle rifle or the commando at long range just as much as the sniper or the skewer. I just go head on with the skewer personally. Like I'll get the grapple shot and skewer or not skewer, grapple shot onto somebody and then shoot them with the skewer because you can kind of do that and then get a nice easy kill. Some weapons are weak, like I believe the Cinder Shot and the Hydra and the Plasma Pistol are really weak weapons. And I've noticed something. You don't see the Plasma Rifle in the game either, which just confuses me. But that's a Covenant weapon, and we're fighting the Banished. But still, like, I don't know, it just confuses me a little bit. But the weapons like the Mangler, and the Shock Rifle, those Banished weapons are really great. Like, there's a trick with the Mangler. You just have to shoot a guy once and then melee them before their shields recharge, and that's an easy kill. So you can do that. And just the AR is super good along with the sidekick. I know another trick where if you get their shields down to red with the assault rifle, excuse me, and you quick draw with the pistol, then that's also an easy kill too. So there's a lot of different viable options you can do with all the guns. And the movement. The movement is really nice. People complained about sprint at first, but it's not a problem. There isn't necessarily a difference. You, you feel faster because you're sprinting, and I believe it's just like half percent more movement or something like that. You don't move too much. Like, you don't move too fast when you're sprinting. Like, if you're in Call of Duty, you can slide, which I really like doing. So, like, I'll sprint, slide, and then jump up, like, to a higher point to clamber, which there's clamber in the game, which is a lot of fun because you can just, like, jump up somewhere, get up there real quick, and get to the high point and, get somebody, like, with a sniper or something like that. And the gadgets or abilities. Of course, Grapple Shot's gonna be everyone's favorite, but I really like the Repulsor, personally. And the reason why I like the Repulsor so much is actually if you look down at the ground, jump and hit the Repulsor like at the same time, you actually get a really big boost, like of jumping. And if you combine that with sprinting, and like you're sprinting and then you do that trick, you actually can like fly. And it's almost sometimes just as much as the grapple shot. And you can also knock back grenades, enemy players. And one time, I got this achievement when I repulsed somebody into a warthog and it killed them. And it was called like sandwiching. Or I think it was like into another player. Anyways, just the repulsor is really cool. The drop wall, I don't really use that often. Sometimes I'll use it and it saves my life, or sometimes it's just so slow to like deploy and stuff like that, where I just die and nothing. I get really mad because it's like I'm trying to get this drop wall down, but it's just so slow. So that's a problem. Um, and the target sensor. The target sensor is really fun sometimes because you can just attach it to a vehicle and you just drive around with it, um, which is really fun sometimes because you're just pinging enemies and then you got your teammates going right after them, something like that. But the gadgets are all really fun and very viable in any situation as well. And of course, grapple shot is my favorite, like to use in combat situations. Like, um, swinging around is fun and all, but like I said, can do that with the repulsor. The one thing the repulsor can't do that the grapple shot can is the reach. You can grapple onto people, and you can reach other weapons. Like you grapple weapons and stuff. So say there's a power weapon coming up, you have grapple shot, boom, grapple it, it'll come right to you, and you have the power weapon. So that's why it's my favorite in combat situations. Um, so the vehicles. The vehicles are pretty fun to use. The Banshee needs more health, and I think a lot of people can agree with me on that. The Wasp is, I'm not gonna say overpowered because the health on it makes up for it. Um, but the Banshee is a little hard to use. You can't do a cool flip thing either, and I don't know. It reminds me of the Combat Evolved Banshee, just without the the health being so high, you know. So there's that. The Razorback, people are sleeping on that thing, like sleeping like a baby on the Razorback, because that thing is so great in game modes like Capture the Flag on BTB. Um, and just you can, I believe this might be a campaign only thing, but I believe you can store weapons on it. And you can fit like a bunch of people. You can fit like your whole squad. Especially in BTB, you can just have a bunch of people in the Razorback and one guy with a flag or something, and you're all just gunning down everybody else, like with your assault rifles or power weapons or anything like that. And so the Razorback is a little bit slept on. The Warhog is a little weird on driving, I'm gonna be honest. It seems a little fast, or maybe it's just the handling on it is a little bit wanky. Wanky wonky. But yeah, there's that. That's just like my opinion though. Um, and the Mongoose and the Gun Goose. The Gun Goose is kind of weird. I don't like it personally. Just, I mean, it's cool to use. It'll be really cool in custom games, like when Forge comes out. But I don't know. In BTB, it's nothing I would really go for, in my opinion. The Mongoose, I would really only use that to get to point A to point B, like if I just want to get across map really fast, and then that's really it. Um, the Chopper, the Chopper is really cool. I actually do enjoy using the Chopper. Um, and I forgot to mention the thing with the grapple shot. My bad. While I'm talking about vehicles, you can also grapple shot onto vehicles, which is really fun. Uh, I did custom games with a couple Halo buddies. One guy had the Banshee, and I grapple shot onto him, and then he grapple shot onto me while I was in the Banshee, and then I did it one more time to him, and I killed him. But there's just little moments like that with vehicles that you can have, especially with grapple shot. Um, so the last thing I want to talk about is the future of multiplayer. The future of multiplayer, we're gonna need more maps because the maps we have are really great. Like, the BCB maps are, in my opinion, perfect, and they're very memorable. Especially the one with the door. I forgot what it was called. I don't think it's high powered, but there's a door you can unlock that has a power weapon, grenades, and I believe overshield or active camo inside, which is really, really cool. And some of the quick play or ranked maps are really fun. Streets, I don't like streets. Just in my opinion, I hate it because they have the Spanker as the power weapon. And if you could see my face, you could see how really pissed I am about that because that is so dumb. Oh my god. But Streets is, I don't know, not my favorite map for sure. But the maps are for quick play are pretty okay. My favorite maps are the BTB ones. I enjoy BTB more than I do quick play. I play a lot more ranked than quick play because I'm crazy. Um, I have a mental disability called uh, crazy psycho. Psycho crazy, psychonauts. What? Anyways, um, just we're gonna need more maps. Customization is going to need to be fixed or just have more options. Um, which I'm hoping that's going to be true. And that doesn't go with just armor, that goes with weapons. There's these models you can have, and it would be a lot better if you can unlock a lot of these things for free just by playing the game. Everything kind of being locked behind a paywall is something that they said even they didn't want to do, but they literally have. So let's just hope for that in the future. Um, and honestly, I think it would be really cool if they had some campaign themed stuff come out. I don't know how the campaign looks really. I've been spoiler free, and I will remain spoiler free because I have 7 days from the time of this recording until I can play. So there's that. I think that would be really cool though, but the future of Halo Infinite multiplayer needs the microtransactions fixed, and we're gonna need more maps, we're gonna need more game modes, and we're gonna need to be able to choose them. I think that's something a lot of people are already saying and have been communicating to 343. But I don't think a boycott or something like that needs to happen. I think it was just a misunderstanding in 343, like in their corporation, like in their office. You know what I mean? There was just misunderstandings about that, and if I'm not gonna say it was an accident, because if it was an accident, it would have been fixed already. But it was just it was a misunderstanding on 343's part. Um, but they've been very communicative with the fans, with us Halo fans. But we cannot be very, very angry at 343. I know. I don't like them because they made Halo 5 Guardians. That game was worse than the shit I just took 5 minutes ago. Like, you know what I mean? The game. But they're making Halo Infinite. And we need to realize that once that campaign comes out, we're going to be playing the fuck out of that. And we're going to be just playing a lot of Halo. The campaign is going to get people sucked in to Halo again. And then they're going to be like, oh man, really love Halo campaign. Let's try the multiplayer. And if the same things that are happening right now before the launch, like the full release, are still happening, that's just going to drive players away. Maybe not from the campaign, but from the multiplayer. And the multiplayer is where you're going to get that consistent source of money. Like, if you have these bundles, that's, in my opinion, that's fine. And the Battle Pass, it's fine. But they need to fix it. They need to fix the microtransactions. Because if you can't customize your Spartan without having to spend $10 on a bundle, you know what I mean? To make your Spartan look actually really cool, that's just a problem. People aren't going to be playing your multiplayer. And especially without Forge, it's a problem, and I hope they fix it. So, there's my opinions on Halo Infinite, the multiplayer. I'll do a campaign over review once I play through the whole thing. I might play through it twice even, so I get my honest, good opinion. But I've heard a lot about the story, well, not too much, but I'm not gonna say anything. But just I'm ready for the campaign. I've been playing the multiplayer since it came out. I'm almost 70, I believe, on the battle pass. But just yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe, please like, leave a comment, your own opinions. I'd love to hear them. I will respond. I read any comment that pops up on my videos. So yeah. Have a great day or night, and I'll see you guys later.